These are trail tacos. Yeah, people have been having fun eating tacos in the street. We should be having fun eating tacos on the trail. I want some tasty trail tacos today. Yes, please today. But the great part about these tacos, you can make one, you can make a dozen, doesn't matter how many people are in your crew, and they all clock in at about 1 to 2 ounces depending on what you want to add. Come along for the ultimate trail breakfast in my ultimate trail taco. Hail, Chef Corso. I'm here to put you on the path to amazing meals on your outdoor treks. And the birds are up, but clearly I am not. So we are here to talk about tasty trail tacos, one of the best trail breakfasts that you can cook up on the trail. Super lightweight, packable, filling, and really, really tasty. But first things first, I need some coffee. So I was recently introduced to Wildland Coffee, and Wildland produces coffee in a tea bag or a coffee bag. And we're gonna cook up a couple of these because I need to get some coffee in me or this is gonna be a terrible video. So let's boil up some water real quick and get this steeping while we prep our tacos. So Wildland has a light, medium, and dark roast, and I think I'm going to go for the medium roast this morning. One thing to note about these coffee bags is that they do need some space to move around, so these larger camp cups work great, and make sure to saturate all of the grounds so you can get all of that flavor out of that coffee and out of that bag. So we just need to let this sit for 5 to 8 minutes, which is perfect while we prep our trail tacos. The other thing to note too is that I usually have coffee in this little guy because I like my coffee strong and small, but that is not going to quite work for right here because it's just like too much bag to the ratio of the cup. So what you can also do is just steep it right in your pot and then pour it into your cup. Nice. That's smelling good already, but this could not come soon enough because, man, I need some coffee. So our ingredients for our trail tacos is first, tortillas. I usually like to have 2 per person, but if you've got some hungry bears coming along with you, then maybe 3. You can also use some of the smaller style options, and maybe you do 2 to 3 depending on your trail buddies. I like using flour for these, but you could easily use corn or a gluten-free option. Next, we've got some powdered eggs, some dehydrated flaked beans. You can also use the whole beans, but those will take a few more minutes to hydrate and a few more minutes to cook. Pinch of salt, which I'll go ahead and add to the eggs right now. And a packet of hot sauce or 2, and some cheddar cheese. So what I'm going to show you first is kind of the base model, still super tasty, but then I'll show you some ways you can jazz it up later. And as you guys can see, I am using a skillet today. I don't always pack a skillet along on my trips, but sometimes it is worth it for some griddle cakes, Johnny cakes, pancakes, light little grilled cheese sandwich situation, or a little stir fry. Or for this recipe, it's great to have a flat surface to be able to toast up our tortillas and melt the cheese. But if you don't want to bring a skillet, But if you don't want to bring a skillet along, you could easily toast your tortillas right over the flame really quickly and mix up all of your other ingredients in just your chimney style stove or camp pot. Well, let's make some trail tacos. I can start to smell that toasted tortilla. You know, some of you out there might think that toasting your tortilla is not important, takes too much time, but man, I disagree pretty much 100%. It only takes a few seconds, whether that's over the burner or in a dry or slightly oiled skillet, but toast is not bread, bread is not toast. It really, really adds another layer of flavor. Ooh, look at that. For me, that's actually a little bit crispy for what I like. So I'd really make sure to monitor your heat on here. But wow, look at that, it's so nice and cheesy. So we're gonna make a couple more of these and then we'll make our fillet. All right, so we've got our tortillas and our cheese all nice and melted and ready for our filling. It's time to check on our coffee. Oh man, because I really need some. So always remember to pack this out with the package. Nice. Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. Yep, come back to life just a little bit. Before we make our filling, I do want to note on if you are using a jet boil or a chimney style stove with this style of burner. And please, please, please don't do this. Please, please, please don't do that. Why? Because the flame is just going to go right back into this housing and melt it. And this is specifically for a skillet and this style of burner. If you do have a chimney style pot that nestles right in there, that's all great, but a lot of them come with an attachment that you can do this, and so that way you have some space for that flame to go hit the pan and not just immediately cyclone back into that housing and melt it. It's happened before and I don't want that to happen to you on the trail because it is not safe. It's also really, really sad because then there goes your burner for the rest of the trip. So now that I've had a little bit of coffee, it's time to make our filling. So we are doing, again, the base model. So this is egg and black bean and cheese. And we have powdered eggs here with a little bit of salt and our black beans. And our pan has cooled down slightly. You could also mix this in a bowl or this kind of container that comes with your pots, but I like to keep it in the pan because it's just then a one-pot meal and I have less dishes. So for these powdered eggs, 1 egg equals 2 tablespoons. So I'm making a couple tacos here. I'm also going to kind of grab all that salt. And I like just to mix it all together. It doesn't have to be pretty. 2, 3, 4, and yeah, well, let's just get all that. And for my mix, I like to kind of have a 50-50 bean to egg ratio. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and some more. And remember, we already have a little bit of salt in there. You can easily adjust that. I like to flavor up with my hot sauce right now, but you could do that at the end if you like. And then we're going to need to hydrate it with some water. And for the beans, the package says 1-to-1 ratio. For the eggs, it's a 3 tablespoons water to 2 tablespoons eggs, so it's a little bit higher on the water. I'm pretty good with overall just a 50-50 ratio, but it's always easier but it's really easy just to add a little bit more water if you need it. And if you are new to using these pocket rocket style of burners, they can be a bit precarious. So always use the handle or always use your pan grippers when you are stirring and moving around, because they have a tendency just to kind of fall over. And that's not great for breakfast or any time of day. Nice, so I'm just gonna stir this up and hydrate. Looks like I'm gonna need a little bit more. I'm going to turn the burner back on and get this thing cooking and bubbling nice and warm for our filling. I also love bringing along a mini spatula just for these kind of recipes where it's really great to scrape the sides of the pot or the pan so you're not burning. Adjusting my temperature here so we have just a nice low simmer. And I like my mixture here pretty thick so it doesn't like squirt out the butt of the taco. But again, you can adjust how you like. At this point, give it a nice taste. Yep, that is tasting pretty great. Oh, man, I'm getting excited for tacos this morning. So coffee is kicked in, tortillas are all toasted, cheese is melted, filling is ready. Let's eat some tacos. Oh, all right, let's put this together. This is going to be shocking. But I'm going to take the tortilla, which has melted cheese on it, and it's beautifully toasted. Amazing flavor right here. And then I'm going to put some stuff in it. Mind blown. I know, I just rocked your world where you've never filled a tortilla before, but that's what you do. Oh yeah, look at that. Fill it as much or little as you want. Ultimate trail taco, base model. Let's give it a bite. Careful, it is hot. Yes. Wash it down a little coffee. Oh. That is a great way to start your morning. So, as I mentioned, this is the base model. So this is the very lightweight, super packable option. And if you are concerned about packing cheese for a longer trip, think about those moon cheeses or the Parmesan crisps out there. It can give you that cheese experience with like no weight at all. So think about that too. But the other thing that I love to add to my breakfast tacos is some meat. So you could easily add some pre-cooked bacon, either the stuff off the shelf or pre-cook it before you go. Oh yeah, come on. There you go. Let's give that a try. Oh yeah, finishing off my bite here. But you could also pack along something that's super awesome to add to this is just an easy avocado, or you can make some stone smash guacamole. Just find a rock, wash it off, or even a stick. You can add that for some great morning nutrients, great morning calories, and really elevate this breakfast taco into an amazing situation. And if you are plant-based out there, or you're just trying not to eat as much meat, I have often packed along some soy chorizo or some field roast sausages. They are so good to add that chorizo breakfast taco experience. One of my other favorites, besides kind of the black bean, egg, and bacon option, is chorizo and egg and cheese. So good. But if you are a meat eater, don't shy away from the plant-based meat options. They are packable, they are overall pretty lightweight, and they last for multiple days on the trail and sometimes longer than some other proteins out there. Well, thanks for waking up with me and putting up with my groggy self this morning before I got some coffee and tacos in my belly. But if you want to try Wildland Coffee, I've got a link below. Try these breakfast tacos on your next trip. Let me know what your favorite combination is. Everybody has their favorite, whether that's just egg and cheese, avocado and bean, whatever it is, but make some tacos for breakfast. But they are so good and will set you up right for a great day on the trail. But get out there. Boca boca.